My dear child, amid the loud chaos around you, it may seem as if you have been abandoned by those who matter. Yet I am here to assure you that I remain by your side at all times. Even when harsh voices claim that you must face life on your own, you can feel my close presence. In your darkest valleys, when fear grips your heart, remember that you are supported, and tell yourself with certainty that your strength is found in this bond. These words serve as a shield against misleading voices that try to undermine your confidence. Notice how your hands, even if trembling, are ready to accept help. Allow calm to replace chaos. Let certainty stand in for endless questions, and let genuine care fill the gaps left by loneliness. If these words find a place in your heart, hold them close and show that you trust in what is being offered. I am gently helping to reshape your life's story, piece by piece, even if you do not yet notice a change. Although what I say might give you only temporary relief at first, keep these words with you and return to them when difficulties resurface. Every time you remind yourself that I understand your struggles, a new sense of strength will arise within you. Each time you decide to confront the darkness head-on, that darkness shrinks a little more. And every time you recognize that you are not alone in your sorrow, part of your burden is lifted. You are connected to something enduring, and I stay with you at every moment. Now is the time to pause. Take a deep, refreshing breath and let yourself simply be. Feel the quiet support I offer and release your fears, for there is no need to rush. I meet you exactly where you are. As you hear these words, picture a steady hand resting on your head, offering you a simple gift of comfort. My care is meant to help repair the pieces that feel broken inside. Allow yourself to settle into this moment without the pressure to do anything else. Even the long night that surrounds you will eventually give way to a new day. The stormy thoughts racing in your mind will quiet down, and those great obstacles that once blocked your way will gradually fade as my guidance works steadily on your behalf. The struggle you face now is coming to an end. When it is time to close a painful chapter, the world itself seems to adjust to that change. Efforts begin to move smoothly, unexpected paths appear where emptiness once reigned, and events shift in ways that catch you by surprise. Your victory is not some distant hope. It is unfolding right now. Speak these words with conviction. I welcome the care provided here and affirm that the grip of fear has loosened. Know that you are stepping into a space where fear no longer controls your actions. This chapter of difficulty is now complete. Confirm your commitment with a sincere word that fills you with calm. Notice a small spark of courage lighting up inside, and let this promise settle deeply within your heart. My care is a driving force actively shaping better outcomes, and I am already working in your favor. Step forward with determination, knowing that the same strength that once moved great obstacles is available to lift you up now. Even if you find yourself before a vast gap or in the midst of deep, overwhelming darkness, understand that what appears to be an ending is in fact a new beginning. Although the challenges may seem insurmountable at times, trust that a way forward is being built amid the chaos. Every time doubt creeps in, it is softened by this steady support. It is natural to wonder why things seem slow to change. Perhaps it even feels as if the quiet moments carry a heavy weight, yet trust is what matters most. Often the most important changes occur quietly, away from immediate view. Just as a hidden pathway is formed even when you cannot see it, rest in the knowledge that progress is unfolding behind the scenes. Others before you have held on to hope even when they could not see any progress. And I ask you now to hold on to that same belief. Your future is being forged continuously, even if the details are not yet clear to you. I am using the challenges you face to prepare you for a better future. The obstacles that appear in your way are not denials or failures. They serve as forms of protection and guidance. The burdens you carry are not signs of neglect. Instead, they are opportunities to build strength in unexpected ways. Even in moments when you feel lost and gaze at an empty horizon, remember that I focus on you and that my support will help you overcome your vulnerabilities. You might feel trapped in a situation with no apparent escape. It is precisely in these moments that meaningful change can begin. In the most desolate circumstances, ways to bring relief do emerge, much like finding water in a dry land. Your suffering does not unsettle me, rather, it sets the stage for the improvement that is coming. What seems to be an impenetrable barrier may simply be a space for new opportunities to arise. However, you must not judge the care available to you solely by what is immediately visible. An absence of obvious signals does not mean that support is lacking. Understand that a slow pace of change is not a sign of rejection. The challenges you face are not the end of your journey. They are part of a process that leads to new beginnings. In this stage, I help you look beyond the everyday, preparing you for rewards that lie ahead. Remember the stories of those who have faced hardships before eventually finding their way. Every setback that once seemed like a plunge into hopelessness has, in time, taken a person a step closer to meaningful change. In the same way, even when it feels as if life is pulling you downward, I help to transform those moments into opportunities for growth. What now feels like shame or lack will eventually turn into dignity and abundance, and patience will yield rewards that are more than you can imagine. Even the heaviest burdens, whether they come as harsh judgments, relentless pressure, or broken relationships, will serve as the building blocks for your new life. Listen closely. I will transform your struggles into a sign of your strength and progress. The weight that seems to hold you down will be reshaped into the very foundation of your own powerful story. Do not mistake quiet for inactivity. Even while you rest, work is taking place on your behalf. As you whisper your worries, plans are being set in motion. Your doubts do not prevent this process from moving forward. The effort continues steadily even when everything appears silent. Great challenges, even those that seem unyielding by everyday standards, eventually give way to change. Your breakthrough is not dictated by the hands of a clock. It follows its own natural pace. When you ask yourself, when will this change come? Remember that its unfolding may be unlike anything you have experienced before. Trust that this process will surpass every expectation you once held. Release the urge to control every detail of your journey. Instead, allow the process to unfold naturally. Just as unexpected changes often occur in ways you cannot predict, the outcomes I'm guiding will not follow an ordinary design. If you find yourself wavering in your determination, do not lose hope. Others have stumbled along the way, and yet they were helped forward with the support they received. Your belief does not have to be perfect. It just needs to be genuine. Even the smallest sign of hope can overcome the most imposing obstacles. A brief moment of clarity can be enough to spark action. Now pause for a moment and close your eyes. Picture a wide expanse before you and feel a gentle energy guiding you forward. Take a step, even if you cannot see the entire road ahead. Every step you take shows that this journey is real, and one day, as you look back, you will see that every challenge, every hesitation, and every tear has come together to form a coherent and meaningful picture. Nothing you have experienced is wasted. All of your experiences, however small or painful, have contributed to revealing the steady nature of this journey in ways that are difficult to put into words. Therefore, do not turn back now, and do not cling to uncertainty. Avoid retreating into the known simply because it is easier. Keep moving forward. I have guided you this far not to leave you behind, but to lead you to a time when change becomes tangible. The very strength that once moved great obstacles now supports you on a path that is yet unseen. Speak your commitment with heartfelt words, not as an empty formality, but as a declaration of your resolve. In time, just as persistence can break through barriers, those obstacles will clear, a new day will break, and you will eventually see that everything has been arranged as it should be. Even if your path seems difficult right now, it is slowly unfolding before you. Continue on your journey knowing that every tear you have shed is recorded and valued. Every stumble, every muffled cry, and every moment when you felt overwhelmed has been noted and matters deeply. Today I share with you a truth that you may not have noticed before. Your pain has never been without purpose. Each hurt carries within it the seed of a future breakthrough, a promise that there will be a time for a fulfilling harvest. Just as the earth must be broken before it can produce a crop, your life experiences are preparing you to receive the rewards that are coming. Keep walking, for the change you seek is already taking shape, and I remain with you at every step. Recall those moments when the world seemed to slip away, when the ground beneath you turned uncertain and the future appeared bleak. I was there, not as a distant observer, but as someone actively involved, much like a gardener who understands the cycles of nature. When your tears fell, when your voice trembled in moments of fear, I was present to help plant seeds of resilience. And when you asked for clarity and understanding, I supported you in building a trust so steadfast that even in the hardest times it would not falter. I have chosen you to receive this care, and in time, to pass it along to others. Share these words with a few people who are also hurting and see how comfort begins to reach them. Think of a vineyard in winter. The vines may look bare and lifeless, and their branches may seem severed in a way that feels almost unkind. Yet even during winter there is a lesson. The trimming of the vines is not a punishment, but the preparation for future growth. Though the cuts may sting at first, they set the stage for the vines to eventually produce an abundance of fruit. This is true for you as well. The dreams that appear to have faded, the ambitions that have shattered, and the relationships that seem to have ended are not losses to be endlessly mourned. They are part of a necessary process of renewal. I did not take from you simply to leave a void. I removed what no longer served you, so that your life might soon burst forth with a kind of support that sustains not only you, but also those who come after. What you might call ruin is, in fact, preparation. Your current struggles, those long sleepless nights, the doubts that whispered in the dark, the closed doors that blocked your way, are part of a process that is building something bigger than yourself. The hurt you feel now will eventually become the strength that inspires many, and the pressure that weighs you down will be transformed into the cornerstone of your new story. I understand you may ask, how can this ongoing pain hold any meaning? Consider that even the harshest conditions sometimes lead to positive change. A situation that seems dire now may eventually turn into the groundwork for hope. I have a way of turning difficult, broken moments into opportunities for growth. Your tears, far from disappearing into nothingness, help prepare the way for future possibilities. The fear that once disrupted your peace will now serve as a building block for the courage needed to support others who struggle. Rejections that once hurt deeply will eventually refine your ability to notice and help those who feel isolated. Your hardships are gradually chipping away at doubt, insecurity, and the belief that you must control everything. What remains will not be merely survival, but a renewed spirit, strong and capable of carrying burdens you once thought unbearable. The seasons of sorrow, lack, and isolation you experience may feel overwhelming, but they are also setting free a quality that will eventually attract better things, mend the worn, and leave a lasting mark on your life. Even when your pleas seem to echo back only silence, know that change is quietly taking place. My goal is not just to fix what is broken, it is to shape you into someone who can offer real solutions to others. Understand that the benefits you will eventually receive do not simply match the depth of the pain you have experienced. They mirror the openness of your heart. Each time you chose kindness instead of anger, you planted a seed for something better. Every time you forced a smile, even when you were hurting, you nurtured a spark of hope. And whenever you quietly said, "I trust," you improved the soil for future growth. Remember, patience is essential in all of this. A seed does not instantly grow into a towering tree. Change takes time and unfolds at its own pace, not by the ticking of a clock. Cherish the promise that has been placed in you. Guard it with gratitude, shield it from bitterness, and wait for the moment when it can blossom. Now, take a moment and close your eyes. Feel the gentle care that soaks into the ground, allowing new life to push upward from beneath the surface. This is not a dream. It is the real process of change that is taking place within you. Even if sadness lingers through long hours of darkness, know that a new day is approaching. When the time comes to gather the rewards of your struggles, everything will be clear. That friend who once turned away may have been guiding you toward those who truly understand you, and the hardships that drained you were simply part of the groundwork for future healing. The challenging years you have faced have served as a form of training for what is yet to come. Nothing happened at random or too soon. So do not hold your pain tightly as if it were a burden to bear. Instead, use it as the seed for future growth. When you share your scars, you bring hope to barren places. When you speak of the support that has sustained you, you help to create a space where new opportunities can take root. Confirm your commitment now, not as a final ending, but as a turning point. In this very moment, as you place your trust, significant shifts have already begun. Hidden opportunities and long-awaited benefits are starting to reveal themselves, even if you cannot yet see them. I work to transform even the harshest conditions into spaces of growth, so that where things appear empty, new life is already emerging. Believe that as you draw a deep breath, extraordinary changes are weaving their way through your everyday life. Even if your eyes see only quiet, know that a subtle, transformative process is taking place behind the scenes. Every silent plea, every unspoken need, every quiet call for help has contributed to shifting the obstacles that once blocked your way. I have chosen you to carry forward this message of care, and it is now your time to continue. Share these words with someone who is feeling alone, so that they too may understand that support is near and guidance is available. You might wonder why nothing appears to have changed yet, or why everything feels stuck. Often, the most important developments occur in ways that are hidden from immediate view. Even when dramatic events seem to be missing, know that small but significant moves are being made. Your trust is like a lookout that signals the process to continue. As you lift your voice and express your hopes, measures are set in motion to bring you the relief your spirit craves. The foundation was laid a long time ago, and the results are developing right on schedule. The weight that has kept you from moving forward, the worry that has gnawed at your peace, is gradually giving way to new possibilities. Amen.